Okay, so I guess without further ado, let's go. Let's do this. I'll play a game. Alien Isolation. I don't know what Survivor mode is. I haven't tried it, frankly. I may do at some point, but we're going to be playing the main. It says campaign there, but I always thought campaign was a funny word to use for anything other than a sort of flight sim or a strategy game or something like that, you know. But whatever. The main story, I guess we'll call it. I'm not going to continue game. We're going to start a brand new one. Like I said in the intro video, I have played a little bit of this, but barely any of it, frankly, at all. Enough to make me decide I wanted to do a let's play of it rather than just play it by myself. So, off we go. It's a nice touch, isn't it? I love the fact that the clicking the buttons in the menu makes it sound like the motion trackers did in the films. Anyway, I think... Well, there you go. It says it right there. The recommended way to experience the game. Hard. Well, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be playing it on hard. Expect plenty of facepalm and fail, but it's like it says it's the recommended way to play the game, and so therefore that's the way I'm going to play it. Yep. Don't care about that. Oh, bloody. I'll be probably be brightening this up in post editing anyway, so this doesn't matter for you guys, but I think that should be alright. I can see the screen perfectly well in a minute because I'm playing this in the dark in the wee hours of the morning, so
Final report of the commercial starship Nostromo. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew: Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley. Last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.
Ripley? I'm Samuels. I work for the company. It's about your mother. We think we may have found her, Amanda. A commercial vessel, the Anesidora, has recovered what we believe to be the flight recorder unit of the Nostromo.
Where?
Zeta Reticula.
What did it tell you?
We don't know. The unit was taken to Sevastopol station. It's proprietorial material, so the company wants it to be collected as soon as possible. Sevastopol's a supply depot in the region. It's a permanent free port
I know what
facility.
it is.
Transit's arranged. There's a courier ship called the Torrens heading out that way in 2 days. We're going to travel out.
We?
Me and another exec. And you, if you're willing. Look, Ripley, when this job came across my desk, I read the case history. I know why you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you? I've been cleared to offer you a place on the Torrens if you want to come along. Maybe there'll be some closure for you.
Alright. And the game has begun. Thankfully with a minimum of intro cutscene stuff, actually. One thing I noticed actually in the credits there, knocking sandals around, one thing I noticed in the intro credits there is that the story is apparently written by Dan Abnett, which I didn't realise before. He wrote the Eisenhorn trilogy of books, which were a series of books based in the Warhammer 40k universe, and they were actually really, really good, from what I remember. So that's a good sign. Oh, I love all this sort of old 70s hard sci-fi stuff here. You know, all these old-fashioned looking computers set in the future. It's brilliant. I love that they decided to keep that aesthetic when they made this. Bloody brilliant. In fact, I believe this is the exact, yeah, it's the same cryotube thing as they used in the Alien film. By the way, I feel it necessary to point out for anyone who doesn't realise at this point, this game is obviously based off of Alien, the film. What's that do? Oh, it closes the pods. Fair enough. If you haven't seen Alien, I highly recommend it. It's one of the best sci-fi movies of all time as far as I'm concerned, and it's almost one of my favourite of the Alien series. A lot of people prefer Aliens, the sequel by James Cameron, which is very much more of a sort of 80s action film, and it's still very good, but I always preferred the original, which was very much more a horror film. And this game is very heavily based on that film as opposed to Aliens Colonial Marines, which was awful and was actually based on the second film. Use registration points to manually save your game. I can look around while I do that, apparently. Yes, please. Manual save points. That's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it? Well, like a lot of stuff in the game is, I suppose. Hello then. Just missed you, Verlaine. You on the lookout for a navigational officer? I have a friend that's just lost his ship and he's looking for work. I can vouch for him. He's got good papers. Same old story. The Megacorps undercut him, picked up all his clients. Contracts are getting harder to come by for the smaller companies, and I'm thinking of getting out myself while I still have something to sell. Sounds like you're doing okay, though. Dropped by the docks and heard you just shipped out. Sevastopol Station. What a shithole. Still, I hear Weyland-Yutani pay well. Good luck to you if you can't beat them, right? Let's catch up when you get back, Blaine. Right. I believe if we look around it, if we go backtrack a little bit here and go have a look at the computers in this first room, we will discover that that's Samuels, Ripley, that's us. We're playing as the daughter of the main character in the first Alien film. Verlaine, yeah, is one of the crew members. So these are our fellow crew members, as you can see. So this one's blank though. So yeah, we should probably put some clothes on. That is our main objective at the moment, I think, anyway. I'm not sure how I can check that. If indeed I can check that, probably not. Just switch it on and off. I just smashed a bottle. I'm in bare feet. Oh no. Cut myself. No, let's get dressed. And, wow, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm about to walk off and meet a bunch of other characters on this ship. Also, yeah, let's have all of those. There are items in this game you can pick up because this game has a crafting system, you see. It has these sort of relatively neat survival game elements to it, in addition to it being just simply a horror game. "1970s sci-fi showers." Awesome. Yeah, we're about to go meet some of our fellow crew members, but it occurs to me now, I wonder if they might have had different dialogue if I'd met them while I wasn't dressed. That could have been potentially quite amusing, but never mind. Okay, spacesuits. Caution. What's that? Can we see what that... never mind. There's all sorts of fantastic little random bits of detail in the environment in this game, which I could honestly sit and stare at and look at for hours, but since I'm recording this, perhaps I shouldn't. And yes, this would appear to be an airlock. Stands to reason since it has caution written next to it and a bunch of spacesuits outside it. So let's go this way.
Ah, Ripley.
Samuels, did you wake up early?
Well, I don't really need as much sleep as the rest of you. I was just inspecting the Torrens facilities. A well-maintained ship. I realize it's a very similar model to...
The Nostromo.
Yes, M-Class. A later pattern, but close in spec.
I've worked engineering jobs on ships like this.
Of course. Is Taylor up yet? She's not a seasoned traveler. Hypersleep may have been punishing for her.
Haven't seen her. I'll go check on her.
Right. Yes, the Nostromo, of course, being the ship on which the main characters from the first film were travelling on. I swear to God, I think I've seen this guy before. He was in Foyle's War, wasn't he? On TV in the UK. I don't, probably anyone outside the UK won't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I swear to God that's him. He's doing the voice acting and they've made his character look like him as well. Huh. See what I mean? All these computers and stuff. I could stare at this rubbish for ages, I swear. But never mind. Wheelchair. See what I mean? That's one of the things I loved about the Alien universe. It's also bizarrely primitive, in spite of the fact that it's set in the future. Like, they still got sort of, you know, old-fashioned wheelchairs and stuff. You know. And yeah, this is pretty much exactly like the medical bay from Alien, I think, right down to the fact that I believe we can, yeah, send this into the, I don't know what this is. I think it's a CT scanner or something. I thought it was like a quarantine suspended animation type thingy in the film, but whatever. Right. What is that? Again, old-fashioned loudspeaker. Love it. Honest to God, though, in some ways, I feel like if we were to build a spaceship, like a proper spaceship in the near future, and by we I mean the human race, it would probably look like this. In fact, it'd probably be even more cramped. I once read an article about saying how real spaceships wouldn't be like in Star Trek or Star Wars at all. They'd actually be more like World War II submarines. They'd be incredibly, horribly cramped. There would be no windows. All sorts of stuff like that.
Taylor, good morning.
Ripley, it's certainly not good, and I very much doubt it's morning either. Sorry. I feel like death. I don't know how you people put up with hypersleep regularly.
You get used to it.
I don't do long haul very often. Most legal execs don't travel further than the coffee machine.
I'm surprised Weyland-Yutani felt the need to send legal at all.
The loss of the Nostromo and its cargo cost the company a lot of money. It's important we find out what happened. If I can close the case with a conclusive accident report, it'll look great with my superiors. I'm sorry. That was insensitive. I realize your mother has been missing for 15 years, and you...
It's okay. We'll both get what we want, right?
Have you seen Samuels? He's probably been up for hours.
Right. I don't think we have seen Samuels. I'm having trouble remembering names.
Approaching Sevastopol Station.
Looks like we're
okay.
up.
Right, yeah, apparently lip syncing, not something that Creative Assembly are particularly familiar with. Whatever. Also, that does remind me. I need to check if there's subtitles of any kind, really, don't I? Aim assist. No, thank you. I don't need aim assist. I have a mouse. Or vibration, for that matter. Okay, it's definitely not here. I need to check if there's subtitles. I never thought to switch them on because I don't usually use them when I'm playing a game by myself. But when you're recording stuff for a Let's Play, it's usually a good idea. There we go, subtitles on. Right, okay, yes, and again, another classic bit from the original Alien film, this dining area with all the, hello, don't mind me, with all the chairs around around the big table, like, oh man, imagine John Hurt slumped across there with a chest burster about to come out of his stomach. I love it. Incidentally, John Hurt is the Chancellor of the university at which I currently study. When I graduate, I'll get to meet the guy. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Another terminal. I will endeavour to read through these, well, stumble my way through these. I've never been very good at reading out loud. I think it's mostly just flavour text, as opposed to anything crucial, but, yeah, what the hell. As long as it's not too long, I enjoy reading flavour text. I mean, hell, I enjoy reading books when I play Skyrim, so... What do we got, then? One thing I will say is that the controls for these computer things are really, really irritating, like page up and page down. I mean, every time I hit that, it mucks around with the UI for my recording software, so... But anyway, to N. Taylor, RE Nostromo incident, Weyland-Yutani file, something. Hey, Taylor, I got your case request. It may take me a while to dig out the files, and the incident happened before my time at the company, so I'm a bit fuzzy on the details. In 2122, the Weyland-Yutani cargo vessel, the USCSS Nostromo, went missing. No trace was found of its cargo or crew. Apart from a new science officer, the rest of the crew had worked together before, 7 in all. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Dallas, the captain. Ash, the science officer. Kane, or is it Kane? Executive officer. Ripley, warrant officer. Lambert, navigation officer. Parker, chief engineer. Brett, engineer technician. Weyland-Yutani has lost a lot of money from it. It's a bit of a black mark in the history. Get the impression they don't like to mention it. Anyway, I'll try and find the files later, clarify some of the points. If you want, I can help you go through them. Maybe some of your luck will rub off on me. I hear upstairs. Have an eye on you for something big, Saul. So yes, of course, the Nostromo, this is all referring here to the film, what happened in the film. So, how do I go back? Oh, it's Q, isn't it, for some daft reason. Torrens Manifest. Name MSV 7760 Torrens, M-Class Starship, Captain Verlaine Diane, so that's the captain. Navigator, Com Officer Connor William. Owner Verlaine Diane. Contractor Weyland-Yutani. Outboard and return transportation for Weyland-Yutani. Retrieval team to Sevastopol Station. Team consists of 3 WY employees. Samuel C. Ripley A. Taylor N. Passengers Samuels, Christopher Ripley, Amanda Taylor, Nina. Number of decks 2. Number of crew 2. Interstellar communications antenna. Long haul hypersleep chamber. Commercial passenger / cargo ship retrofitted from a tow rig. Retains operational heavy-duty tow umbilical. Right, okay, that probably didn't need to be read out, but hey, never mind. What do we got here? Stuff. I shall take it all, thank you. there anything else? I want to loot things. I want stuff. I won't be able to use any of it for a while, but I want it anyway.
Hope you all had a restful journey.
The Torrens is in very good order for an old M-class captain.
She was a wreck when I bought her. Took a few years and a lot of contracts to refit. She pays for herself now.
You said we're approaching Sevastopol Station. Are we docking?
I believe your contact is Marshal Waits, is that right? I'll hail Sevastopol and arrange boarding with him.
Good. Let's get this done.
Don't worry, Miss Taylor. Routine. In and out. Connor, how we doing?
SMG loaded and calibrated. Approach vector locked.
Prep comm so I can say hello.
Channel open, Captain.
Does everyone have their briefing documents?
You can watch the approach on the monitors.
Okay. Collect your briefing document. That would be it. However, I'm not going to pick it up because I want to have a look around first. Luminac. Well, you can't say this game isn't pretty. Although I tell you what, it's given me an intense hankering to go and boot up Elite Dangerous again. I have not played that game almost... Well, I've barely played it at all, in fact, despite the fact that I was a Kickstarter backer. And I do have beta access, it's just I haven't had the time. But, ugh. Space, the final frontier. Oh, look, the cockpit bit's just like in the movie too. I love it. Anyway, enough gawking around, I suppose. What's that? It's a helmet thing that looks like it was blatantly made out of an NFL football helmet or a hockey helmet or something. I don't know, I suppose the original prop in the film evidently probably was. Alright then.
Can we see it?
Switch to monitors. Sevastopol Station.
Is that damage?
Looks like damage.
Punch up 74, tight angle.
Looks like the dry dock bay is screwed.
I can't bring the Torrens into that.
This is the commercial vessel Torrens out of St. Clair, registration number MSV7760, calling Sevastopol Traffic Control. We're carrying 3 passengers on a Weyland
Yutani Bond, you're holding the Nostromo flight recorder unit. We request immediate permission to transfer the passengers port side over.
This Waits, Colonial Marshal, Sevastopol Station. Serious situation.
Hello, Marshal? Marshal, this is the Torrens. Say again? The station's comms seem pretty screwed up, so I fitted Samuel's suit with a radio booster. I can only keep the Torrens in transit for 24 hours.
You'll have heard from us by then.
Safe trip.
Stand by. My contract doesn't cover bloody spacewalks. It's the only option, and it's perfectly safe if you do what I tell you. Depressurizing. Oh, fuck. Hating this. Just shout on me, Taylor. You too, Samuels.
Affirmative.
Fuck happened here? My God, Ripley. You're doing good, Taylor. Just keep moving! Taylor, Ripley, hold on! Samuels! Taylor! Respond! Anybody! Captain.